Recently, I watched an interview with a super cool guy named Elon Musk. This man has single-handedly changed our lives as we know it. He is the founder of PayPal, Tesla, the coolest electric car company, and if that wasn't enough, SpaceX, the first private space exploration program. In the interview, he says, if you'd asked people in 1969, what would 2016 look like, they probably would have said, well, we'd have a base on the moon, we would have sent people to Mars, and there would be all this really awesome stuff going on in space. If you would have told them, none of that will happen, but instead there will be this tiny little device, the size of a deck of cards, that will let you talk to anyone on the planet, even if you're in a remote village using something called the internet. And you will have access to all of humanity's knowledge, people would have said, no way. And yet, here we are. Today, I'm not going to focus on why cell phones are great, but instead, I want to think about the effects they have on us and how they rule our world. I'd rather not eat than get my phone taken away. I got no likes on my last Instagram post. I'm so embarrassed, I better delete this right away. I just reached 700 followers on Twitter. I don't even know half of them, but who cares? I'm gonna look so cool at lunch tomorrow. I mean, I check my Snapchat like around 100 times a day. I kind of start to lose track. Why would she ever post that? Her hair looks hideous. You're so ugly. Kill yourself. These are typical comments and reactions by teenagers, just like myself. Is this really what our generation has come to? Everywhere you look, people are staring down at their cell phones. Over 75% of teens and 91% of adults own a cell phone. 61% of teens said they wanted to see if their posts are getting likes and comments. 36% wanted to make sure their friends weren't doing things without them. And 21% wanted to see if people were saying mean things about them online. We are a generation obsessed with peer status, in constant fear of putting ourselves out there on social media, obsessing over likes and comments. Face-to-face conversations are diminishing. Have you noticed how uncomfortable it is for some people to pick up the phone and call somebody, and how much easier it feels just to text? And let's not forget the effect it has on families. Family dinners are spent looking down, playing the newest game, responding to work emails, or even going on Twitter to see if your friends are doing something better than you. We have become a generation of robots who can't live in the moment or function without this tiny little box. Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr all rule our world. Depression, narcissism, anxiety, sleep deprivation, cyberbullying, and addiction to social media are all a part of our lives, whether we are willing to admit it or not. The biggest social media users admit to checking their accounts over 100 times a day. That's pretty crazy. And that's just the beginning. Add to that the inappropriate messaging common amongst teenagers and the glamorization of drug and alcohol use, we begin to get an understanding of exactly how deep and negative the effects of social media really are. Cyberbullying continues to be a huge problem. Did you know that 95% of teens who have a social media account have been cyberbullied and 35% have been the victims themselves? It's so easy to harass others when you're using your phone because you're just hiding behind a tiny little screen. So what can we do about all of this? How can we change? Research shows that it takes 21 days to break a bad habit. 21 days may seem like a lifetime without your phone and social media apps. I can't imagine a day without my phone, let alone 3 whole weeks. Who says that we can't start small and work our way up? I'm challenging myself to get rid of my phone for a week straight, no exceptions. I'm choosing to be present and engaged. I'm choosing a beautiful spring day at the park with my friends rather than posting on Instagram. I'm choosing a fun and relaxing dinner with my family without the interruption of cell phones. I'm choosing to look into the eyes of another human being and really interact with them, rather than just texting. I challenge you to take a cleanse from social media with me, even if it's just for a day or two. Let's try it and see how it makes us feel. Let's remember that our self-worth is not in what others think about us, but how we feel on the inside. Let's make a conscious effort to learn how to balance our lives. Put down your phone. Turn it off once in a while. Let's choose to look into the eyes of another human being and really interact with the people around us. Thank you.